Perfect.
What's good, Josh? Your man DJ Playboy back with another episode of the Perfect Talk podcast. And I'm in the building, of course, with my dog, my co-host, Spec. What's going on, brother?
What's good, man? Back in the building.
Go back at y'all with another one, you know what I'm saying? And as always, got to remind the people out there to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hop in the comments. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you hit them notifications so you can know when we drop an episode, because we got some bangers for y'all. We back at it, you know what I'm saying? We without any further ado, going to get right into Plicker's Spotlight Story. That's when it might be a big story, might be a little one, but it's something that I feel needs the attention of the people out here at Perfect Talk Podcast. And we got to talk about my man Hov, Jay-Z, Jigga Man, as Beyonce still calls him. You know what I mean? Like, he had the 30-year concert for Reasonable Doubt, 25-year for The Blueprint, and then Extra Innings, a 3-day concert going down at Yankee Stadium. Historic. You actually got to see one of them.
Yeah, I went to the Saturday show.
That was The Blueprint, right?
I don't even know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't even. I know you said like he broke it down into 3 different albums, but I was.
It didn't feel like that.
I was just caught up in the moment. I didn't. Oh, he's playing this song. He's playing this song. It was. I enjoyed myself.
Logistically, like, this is a personal question, because I think me and you are similar in this regard. Where we live, because we're not huge fans of like city travel. How do you get to and from? How do you get to and from like one of these concerts when it's like that crazy of
It was a nightmare.
It was it?
And I don't like. This is. I've been to several concerts, different venues, and it's always
Madison Square, right?
Madison Square. I would probably. It's tough because driving just to get a mile, it took us like an hour. Like they have roads shut down. Like, backed up track. It was just
and
crazy.
The Bronx isn't really set up for that type of situation.
And the crazy thing, it's at Yankee Stadium. Obviously, you know, Yankees have packed crowds, but for some reason, even if you go to a Yankee game, let's say a sold out Yankee game, it's still not as congested as it was for this concert.
Does it feel like the security wasn't the same? I feel that was like if it's a Yankee game, it's a different level of security.
It's different level. Like streets aren't shut down for Yankee games or anything like that, but streets were shut down.
No. Well, that in that regard, but I feel like they said at the stadium itself and staff wise, it didn't feel like what you would feel if you went to a Yankee game.
I would probably have to say that is true.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know what the cause of that is. I don't know who's responsible for like. You know, if it's like Yankee Stadium employees, or how that works.
Well, it would probably take the Yankee staff that would have to. I would imagine, like MSG, you do a concert there, you're hiring their staff.
Are you?
I would imagine.
Or they say, this is our staff. Like, y'all get your own people. I don't know how it works. But I do know, like, you know, it didn't feel as much because they didn't have as many entrances and exits open, which you need staff for.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It just seemed like a whole lot of congestion.
And that could have been the reason for the third day being like kind of a nightmare in terms of a 4-hour delay.
Yeah, I could see that because like the lines were just crazy. Again, even on a packed Yankee Stadium day, the lines move way better than, you know, than what I experienced at the concert.
Got you. Yeah, I heard things like they were checking people with metal detectors at one entrance, but not at the other. I don't know how true that was. Yeah. What I would have to imagine happened on Sunday, where there were people who got in on Friday that probably shouldn't have been in, then went back to the block, told people. And then people got in Friday and Saturday, and it's like, oh, if you got in twice, it must be a done deal. You know what I'm saying? We all going. So then they all went, and they thought, like, all right, boom, Saturday going to be,
and also,
Sunday going to be.
I mean, and Thalia brought up this point when we was talking about it, right? Like, they had, then you shouldn't need like brolic, like ticket scanner dudes like there, but you have like some little kid type looking people scanning tickets at the entrance, and you got the block here.
Yeah, you know like natural born hustlers that are used to just walk through.
So, and what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna let them walk through.
No, you have to know. I think it's 2026, bro. We don't got time to be like sugarcoating shit. If you're dealing with the hip hop element, you gotta have a certain level of security. Like that's just. I wouldn't feel safe DJing a party that didn't have a certain level of security. You know what I mean? Because it's just like now, and it's sad, but you know what I'm saying? Is if you were to go to like an EDM, if you told me to DJ that type of thing, I'm like, all right, cool, that shit. Yeah, chicks watching the door, like, Nobody tripping. Everybody high. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I was like, this wouldn't happen at a Celine Dion concert, or you know what I'm saying? So.
And I think NYPD, be it or Yankee Stadium security, Yankee Stadium, I think they felt the same type of way. Like we're dealing with an element that's not what we're used to.
They should have known, though. I mean,
I think it's not their concern. But then I think when it became a breach, now it's like, oh well, that's
probably what happened.
It's going to be like an issue if something happens here, and now it's going to be, why didn't NYPD step in? Why didn't they shut it down? So I think shout out to people who stuck around. I don't know if I can stick around 4 hours.
That was crazy. It was the best night too.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
like, dang.
So everyone who stayed actually, well, from what I hear, enjoyed it. But yeah, I think also with a 4 hour delay is how much did you pay for your ticket? You're like, I'm sticking around. If it's gonna happen, I'm sticking around for it. But I want to just say we live in an era, and not to bring these people out our list down, but we live in an era where we've seen the rise and fall of a Bill Cosby. We're experiencing, I don't want to say the rise and the fall, but we've seen Diddy going through a rough patch, if for lack of a better term,
right,
if you want to call it. It's just a lot of people that we've grown up with, sports stars, things of that nature. We've come to respect them, you know what I mean, and like them, and then see their fall. Whereas I think it's incredible. 30 years later, we're celebrating Jay-Z to that extent, where celebrities are canceling their shows and residencies to come to Jay-Z stuff, and I'm like, that's incredible. Mary J. Blige didn't, but whatever that's about. But for the most part, everybody did, because it felt like you wanted to celebrate this and you wanted to be part of this historical event. And I get you kind of explained, but just did it feel like a historic moment? Because we saw Jay-Z open the Barclays. Mm-hmm. We saw that historic run of shows. Did this feel different?
I don't know.
You saw On the Run tour. Yeah. You've seen a lot.
No, because I didn't look at it. Again, like, it's one of those things you may realize that is different in hindsight, but when I'm there, I'm just so wrapped up in the moment. I'm not really and you know, just vibing, and I'm not thinking about, oh, is this the last time, or how historic this may be, and all of these things. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And like I told you, I thought it went too fast. I wish it would have lasted longer.
Well, I did hear that the second night was the shortest show.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard the first night was almost like 3 hours, and I think the second night was like less than 2, right?
Yeah, it was like an hour, 40 minutes or so.
And he tried to. It was a theme of 9/11 on the second night because of the blueprint of 9/11 coming out. Or
yeah, again, I didn't.
You did tell me what you drank that night. I'm starting to think you was vibing. This might not be the recap.
Woke up with the ill hangover the next morning.
What do they call Bronx
Tales?
Bronx Tales, okay.
Yeah.
How many of them you had?
I had 3.
3 Bronx Tales.
Some vodka drink, blue juice. That shit was good.
It sounded like a celebration. I mean, you see the footage of like a LeBron in the crowd. You see I don't know if you saw it, but Jim Jones and Busta Rhymes had this weird moment.
Oh,
yeah, where like Busta Rhymes is singing from behind Jim Jones, and they making fun of Jim Jones.
But I just want to know this though, but just for context purposes, did he sneak up behind you?
Nah, I was right there. They was having a conversation, and
so
then
how you get behind them?
I don't know.
Was the Frank Sinatra shit playing? I want to be a part of it.
Bust the spin move.
Was that playing?
Oh, man.
What song was playing at this time, bro? What record was on?
Damn. And you know, Busta is you know, he's very animated.
Okay.
You didn't hear him coming,
Pause, man.
Whoa.
Hey, fucking yo, bro.
I'm not going to tolerate that. That's
but it's just like, but I think it's that level of like a historic moment of like these songs made people want to sing along to. These people, it took them back to their younger days or whatever they was at during that era.
Because you know, Hope obviously he's always been a big artist, so when you hear these songs, it just take you back to that time in your life.
He had Blue Ivy on the first night playing "Feeling It" on the piano. I thought that's fire. Nas coming out. I like the way that they did the Nas stuff that came out. They said across the 3 nights, fans saw artists such as Beyonce, Nas, Eminem, Rihanna, Pharrell, the Clips, Alicia Keys, Usher, Jazzo, Memphis Bleak, Jeezy, Fat Joe, and Swizz Beatz. Which, you know, I'm like some of these people, like Fat Joe on the stage with Jay-Z, that's incredible. You know what I mean? Like, like I said, Rihanna was there also. I didn't see much of Rihanna's performance, but what I did see of it, it did look kind of weird. I don't know if she's like gaining weight
Pregnant?
or that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say pregnant. I was kind of thinking that too. Though.
I saw it, but I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I know they're not done having babies.
Oh, they say they're still trying to have more.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
one of them addressed it and they said we not done or some shit like that.
Well, they have 3?
So they have 3 right now.
Gotcha. But I seen this video, it had me laughing. It's that little trip right there.
Was she drinking backstage?
That little trip had me nervous when she did that little trip, bro. But everybody for the most part, Tiana Taylor, I thought they said her mic was crazy for a little bit.
Oh really?
They said something about like she couldn't hear like the in-ears. You know, it's a stadium, so it was all feedback or whatever, or not echo. It was all coming back to her as echo. And that Jay-Z was trying to help her stay on beat, but other than that, and like I said, Rihanna didn't get. Other than this girl making fun of her, Rihanna didn't get any bad reviews. So like, it went Jazzo popped out. I thought that was crazy.
I was surprised with that.
And Pharrell kind of teased new music. You think we might be getting new Hov music?
Really?
He said something like, yeah, because I guess apparently Jay-Z only cuts his hair when he's ready to drop a project. And they started off night 1 with Beyonce cutting his hair. So I think Pharrell said he got his helmet on now. He's ready to go.
That'd be interesting.
That was what was. I didn't get excited for this set of shows until it actually happened, and I saw like what was like during that weekend, not being there and seeing people get so excited and posting stuff from it. Then I was like, I felt the significance of it. But I think with Jay-Z not making music in recent years, you kind of are removed from that time when music was that important to you, or when something spoke to you that much. But I would definitely be interested in hearing new Hov shit because it's like, oh, I would love to see the angle that you come from at this point because. Right. I don't necessarily care to hear about what you got. You know what I mean? Like, even I've been listening to Drake's albums, and I don't like the stuff that much that we talking about. It's not special to me at this point. And any rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if you're like if you're the struggle rapper, and then you go to being the rich dude, that's cool for a period of time. And then after that, I really don't care about to hear what you got. So, but he can come at it from a lot of different angles, and I think a lot of the different stuff. Also, there's this like weird Jay-Z hate now. Like it started with like people being they didn't like the freestyles or the one he did at the Roots picnic, the one, and then I don't think this one that he did at the show on Friday resonated that much. But I think acapella kind of spoken word style it's hard for that to resonate. You better be saying some shit. That's the battle rappers doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I think if he would have put a beat to it, maybe it'd be more easier for people to consume. But you got people mad that he did a collaboration with Target where his album came out. They had an exclusive color of the Reasonable Doubt one, but every artist does an exclusive deal with Target. J. Cole.
But wasn't it? Because I heard it wasn't exclusive to Target. It was like
the colorway. The colorway was exclusive. So if you wanted the white vinyl, you had to get it from Target. But you could have got the regular one from RockNation, I think .com or whatever the case may be. So yes, you didn't need to go to Target to get the actual project, but if you wanted this particular one, collector's edition, you have to. But also, I'm crucify me if you want. I never got down with the Target boycott because it seemed unorganized, and it still seems unorganized. Like one person saying it's over, another group of people saying it's not. It seemed like we're just gonna pick on Target. You know what it really feels like? It feels like a bunch of bots chose Target to be like, we're gonna get at Target, and then people just followed suit. Because I'm like, out of all, and Jay-Z said in his freestyle, out of all them companies, you chose Target. You didn't choose Meta. You didn't choose X. You didn't choose Amazon to stop. You still buying stuff on Amazon. You still posting all your Jay-Z hate on X and Instagram and Facebook. But Target's the one. So that's why I never really got down with it. But every artist, you're picking and choosing. Nicki Minaj did a collaboration with Target. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. They like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
Taylor Swift. Everybody does.
Boycott. I'm not the boycott type of person.
If it seemed organized, I could have got down with it.
I mean, if you're passionate about it, cool.
Yeah.
But what the fuck?
There's power in boycotting. It has to be organized, and
for sure.
And it felt like not only was it not organized, but they're black.
But what is it over?
DEI. Them stopping their DEI. Every company, McDonald's.
You know how many companies?
Every company did it. The day Trump got inaugurated.
DEI, whether they said it or not.
Yeah. Bro, I bought Target stock. The day that happened, I bought Target stock because I'm like, oh, it's gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? The price is gonna drop, and then it's gonna. I was like, it's the smartest thing to do because it's like it's unorganized. And there's no. Then what is the end goal? Have you got there yet? Have you reached it? Have we like it was so. But it's the same thing with this Jay-Z stuff. It was like, oh, we're mad at you. Then he wore a wig to the Roots picnic. We're mad that you're doing business with. It's like you're
was that a wig?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm confused like they are about it. But even Beyonce has a product, I believe, of some sort. She made a post where they showed the process of it going from dreading, to becoming an afro. Then she dropped it on Father's Day, I believe, and she did it kind of like a Father's Day post, but it was an ad for her product. But I'm guessing that they said that product was part of what helped him go from dread to afro. They did the whole thing. Like, people cared way too much about his hair for that, but it's just like because you want something to hate on Jay-Z about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's all it is. That's why I don't really.
Which is weird because Jay-Z's not. Why? How is Jay-Z the dude to hate on at the moment? Because it feels like bots. It feels like a bunch of people are just sending commenters to say these things, and knowing that a lot of people want to be on the side of you can sway people with comments 100%. Like, I saw the Logan Paul Tom Brady slap, and I was like, this shit, Tom Brady slapped the shit out of him. And then I went to comments, I was like, maybe that shit was fake. Maybe that shit was fake. But I wasn't even thinking like that until the comments. Like, so I'm like, you can sway how people feel with comments. Like, that's 100% easiest thing to do. But all in all, congrats to Jay-Z. We're proud of you. Keep doing your thing. Keep helping the culture because we need role models. We need people just putting it out. And a lot of young artists saw that and got to be like, this is what I want. I don't want to hear today, gone tomorrow career, fly by night. I want to build something where people care about what I'm actually doing, to come out, buy a babysitter for the night. You know what I'm saying? Buy an Uber to get to the thing and come and actually support you because it means that much to them.
Yeah, but back to your original question logistically, even because we've tried taking public transportation, we've tried Ubers, we've tried driving, nothing seems to be perfect. So it's going to
be some type of hassle.
Uber,
yeah,
like it's hard as hell to get an Uber. Like Uber going is easy.
Yeah, get back.
But get back because so many people trying to use it, and there's only so many Uber drivers.
And the prices is
going to be wild. And where they're going to pick you up because there's so much congestion. Like, so that's hard. The public transportation, if you're going to take that, that's probably the easiest route, but you got to beat the crowd.
Yeah.
Before the crowd gets to the train station.
Oh, so you got to leave early.
So you got to leave just a little, maybe a song or two early. You know,
when we went to the Barclays, we drove, which is crazy because I wouldn't even think we would have been able to do that. And I've lived in Brooklyn all my life, like.
And to be honest, I don't remember it being that bad. Obviously, it's an arena, smaller crowd.
We parked a little bit distance away, like we had to walk maybe like 4 blocks, maybe. But it wasn't bad at all.
That's another thing. If you are going to drive, the further away you can be away from the venue, the more likely, the better. Because you can get there quicker than if you went, like we parked right across the street in the parking garage. And so it took, that's why it took so long to even get to our parking and shit like that. But
what was I about to say? I think it's going to be crazy today for that World Cup. Because they said people walking over the bridge. Just to,
I can see that.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Yeah, 100%. And Trump going there, which is better than Madison Square Garden, but it's still going to be a headache for a lot of people.
Like, why do they always want the clout? Like, stay your ass in Washington.
Moving on, man. We got to move on to one of my favorite segments here on the Perfect Talk podcast, and it's called Since We Spoke, man. Me and Spec haven't chopped it up for a minute, and things have happened in the news that we want to talk about. Today we got to talk about your man Boosie. You already has a little lawsuit going on?
A new one? No.
Yeah, this one is aimed at some lobbyists. He claims that he paid the lobbying firm J.M. Berkman and Associates in 2025 $600,000 to secure a presidential pardon for his federal gun conviction.
Oh, how much did he pay?
$600,000. Boosie claims the contract stated that if no pardon was secured by the specific deadline, he would receive $300,000 of it back. He's now seeking a refund through arbitration after the pardon never materialized. The company is saying that this isn't a breach of contract because I believe Boosie might have caught like another legal situation during that time, and they're saying, well, that would have made it null and void. However, Boosie saying his lawyers contacted people as high as the White House that has said that no one's ever contacted them in terms of doing this. He also contacted other politicians that they said that they spoke to in order to get to Trump, and some of them have said that people have reached out, but they were like nothing. It wasn't nothing materialized from these conversations, which I'm sure they wouldn't admit to that anyway. And what this is bringing up, not only in Boosie's situation, but also the question of are other people that have been pardoned already, or what's the other thing that they could do with your sentence? I think they could have it commuted. That's what R. Kelly's trying to do now. Actually, are they paying for this? Is this a pay? Probably yes.
Yeah, because they make you pay for everything.
Yeah, so like, is this a pay for play? And is Boosie kind of like a whistleblower?
It's just like the fast track to get your green card or whatever.
If you pay the money for it, you could get it. That's a little crazy because now it's basically if you got the money for it, you could do it. And I guess, or if you know the right people. The company, however, said they can't even pay Boosie back because they're dealing with so much litigation that they've gone bankrupt. I think Boosie should have known better, but I also think there might be within the hip hop community people that are paid.
Yeah, I would have picked because we've seen people get pardoned, so it's not like, oh, this isn't real. Like, so yeah, I mean, and if you have the money, it's worth your while to fucking get your shit thrown out.
What Breakfast Club host Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy were saying, well, they have heard things through the grapevine of this, but they're like $600,000 seems.
That's a lot. It does seem.
No, they said they think that's low.
Oh, really?
They've heard as high as $2 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're like, Boosie got the Temu discount or whatever, but that should have been a red flag that these guys are grifting you. I also heard that these same legal lobbyists, they're kind of they've made false claims against Pete Buttigieg and the special counsel Mueller of sexual harassment from both of them, which
maybe
never
he just paid the wrong company.
Yeah, it sounded like he found some scammers and they scammed him because they knew he was desperate and needed it and wanted it. But also it's like, should we be allowed to hire lobbyists? Should that be like a law on the books that maybe you shouldn't be able to do that? Or
I mean, if you got the money, hey.
What do you think this government's like? Where are we going to be at after the Trump presidency?
I don't know, but it'll be very interesting.
It's weird right now.
Can't go back. Like,
I think if it changes parties, they'll switch a lot of things up.
Yes, but it's like one of those things. Once you open up certain doors,
they're gonna pay a lot of money to make sure them doors don't get closed.
Right, like those doors are hard to close again, and so where we end up, I don't know. It'll be very interesting. I know Trump has certainly changed the game in a lot of different ways, in the way politics are run and all of that stuff. So
it seems weird now. It seems like you could pay the Larry Ellison and them. They dealing with it right now because they bought Paramount, and I think they're trying to merge it with Warner. But there's allegations that they made deals with Donald Trump, like if you don't like someone at CNN, we'll get rid of them. Like we'll give you free advertising. First of all, what Trump got to advertise for? You playing another window?
He's thinking about once he leaves. Like listen, as much. Say what you want about Trump, but this has been the greatest finesse in American history by far.
I thought $2.2 billion already.
By far.
And I think that's just off of crypto, not even other stuff. $2.2 billion off of crypto. His coin has tanked, but people have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on it.
Like 51 people profited while like 800,000 lost money.
But what'd you think? Dog? But I think I could maybe put myself in their brain. They're like, it's his coin. He's not going to let it fail.
Yeah,
that's not how that works. That's not how history works. It's called a pump and dump. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like selling coins, phones, watches.
I'm not even mad at
sneakers.
The man. Like, he's doing what he's been allowed to do.
Made a deal with the IRS, which I heard has been thrown out. I don't know how true this is or not, but made a deal with the IRS that they can't get him. Like he's got immunity and his family. Just because they put his numbers out there. That's I heard a judge shut that down, that it can't happen. But no, I think this Boosie thing is gonna bring a lot to the light. I don't think Boosie's gonna. I don't even think he's gonna get his money back. To be honest with you,
yeah,
they're gonna be that you got taken advantage of. But if he's smart, maybe he'll ride the wave of talking about this because it's. Maybe I don't know if he wants to be a whistleblower. Nobody wants to be a snitch in hip hop, but it might be profitable for him to talk about this because it might shine some light and people might want it for some interviews. You know what I mean? Make something off of this, Boosie, because that's 600,000. Although they said it's on the low scale, it's probably a lot of money to him that he could have been putting towards else, and that's on top of the lawyer fees, on top of fighting the battles and all that. So we'll see, man. Spec, we're gonna move on to another segment that we have here. Know if you heard about it, and I think you might have with this one. The young man Nolan Wells. This has been the 4th of July mystery that has just been going on since he disappeared off of Horn Island. I believe it was a boating trip off of Mississippi's Gulf Coast. Now, if you don't know Nolan Wells, he's an 18-year-old Mississippi Community College football player, and he's disappeared. No one knows if it's murder. No one knows if it's a drowning. All they know is that he went out there on a boat with a couple of buddies, and the buddies came back without him. They said he was hanging with a girl. The girl says, they talked and they went separate ways, and she couldn't tell you what happened from there. But then it gets weird because his phone came back. His keys came back. He didn't come back.
No Nolan.
Also, Nolan's like, from pictures, seems like the one black kid in a white crew, which is going to make racial questions and suspicions pop up. But really, nobody really knows what's going on to this day. There was Ben Crump, I think, was looking for answers and posted a picture of I think Nolan in a pool with the friends, but they said that was taken after. But I think someone has come out and said that was from a week before.
Right.
So we're back to square one. They need people to come out and talk. Now, while this is complicated, I think his funeral is coming up. It sucks for his family to have to go through this and not have any answers. It sucks that this even happened in general. And I think, and a lot of people don't look at it from this side, but let's say the friends didn't have anything to do with it. Or let's say all the friends didn't have something to do with it. It's like, now, can you even go to his funeral?
Way the friends know something.
They know something, but you could be in a group of 5 and maybe 3 did something and maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, now it's like, can I even go to his funeral, or are they looking at me crazy? You know what I'm saying? And but you still want to mourn your homeboy, like if that was a real friend of yours.
Play some stupid ass games, right? Like he fell in the water, he can't swim. Yeah. Oh, you can swim.
I see videos like that. It's just crazy. But it brings up a discussion, like, right? I think there are some black people out there who feel like they'd rather their kids hang out with white friends. They're safer. They're da-da-da. But that's not always the case. As you can see, I mean, there's a history in this country of, you know what I'm saying, of seeing why that can go left. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Also, these friends have powerful parents. I think one of the kids' parents is a judge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I wish there wasn't this racial aspect to it, because I wish we could just, find the mystery. But you gotta wonder. You know what I mean? Yep. And if you were to become, like, I don't know what school your kid goes to, whether it's the majority white, mixed, whatever the case may be. You might come into money, and you might go to a school where your kid might be the minority in the school, or one of the few minorities in school. You know what I mean? You don't want to tell them, don't hang out with people that don't look like you, because then he might be isolated. But then you also have to give them now this warning of, you don't look like them.
Not like them.
And they might choose at a certain time to point that out to light. No, this is sad though, man. I mean, did I miss anything? Have you heard about this case? Like,
yeah, I've heard about the case. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly sad. When I first heard it, because I don't ever like to immediately jump to race, so I automatically say, oh, this is probably to boys just being boys. An accident happened, and it's unfortunate. And then all the stuff started leaking, like the pictures, and then I'm like, oh well.
There was a fight too. Wasn't there a fight on the argument or something like that on the island? Yeah.
And then Crump got involved. Once Crump gets the race, and then so I mean, I hope the parents get the answers. I find it hard to believe that there won't be any answers because, I mean, you can easily track cell phone data. I just feel like there's enough tools that we should be able to get answers at some point. And I just hope for the parents' sake that they get those answers.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
And if anybody is responsible, if there is any foul play, that those people, get what they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, the other theory is drowning. They say it was accidental drowning, but I think everyone's like, because there's strong currents.
I heard
and
that
like
the body looked beat up and shit like that. So, I mean, if that's the case.
And what they found the body a couple days after, right?
Yeah. But the way I've heard is like, there's bruising, there's all of these things that would suggest the body, like he was beat up, type of deal. So.
No, you got this situation with Nolan. You have the Carmelo Anthony situation. If you're not familiar with that, the young man that got into a
now
fight.
That is a bit like. I'm not. He should do some type of jail. He should not be going away for life.
No, I also don't think his case was necessarily handled.
No, it wasn't. But we can't completely absolve his actions.
Yeah, you stabbed somebody, bro.
Like,
whether you knew that was going to kill him
or
was
premeditated at the end of the day. Like you knew because
I don't know about that.
No, it's premeditated in the sense it wasn't. These events didn't happen. He didn't get jumped and then immediately stab somebody. He got jumped later on.
Did he? Is that what happened?
So there was.
I thought in the process of him getting jumped that was when he.
No, like he got jumped,
came back,
and he came back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did not.
Like it wasn't like back to back like self defense type shit. Like he got jumped.
Oh, I thought in the process of getting jumped,
he came back.
Oh,
and so that's
because like off of pride, off of whatever the case.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, he came back. He went to the trunk.
I didn't know that aspect of it. Nah, what I was saying. So with the Nolan Wells, the Carmelo, Anthony situation, there was the one black kid I think that was out in I want to say South Carolina, but I don't want to put on it. But he got shot in the back from he was running away from a convenience store. They thought he had stole soda, and then the guy that shot him actually got off.
Yeah. I didn't hear the outcome, so he got off.
Yeah. And the only reason I know because they were protesting after it happened. But
and he was like he had brandished a gun or something.
They said he had pointed a gun, yeah, but I don't know if they found the gun or if he like the video if it didn't match up to witnesses. But either way, yeah. And I'm like, we got to teach our kids because a lot of these stories I hear and I'll be like, well, why'd you steal from the store? Why'd he come back and stab the kid?
Well, he didn't deserve to die. I mean, I agree,
but I also feel it could have been different.
Nobody deserves to die. But like, let's talk about why did it happen in the first place?
And that's where I think the conversation needs to happen with our youth. Is like you don't gotta solve problems like that. You don't gotta feel like you gotta steal or carry a gun because people are gonna approach you differently when you carry a gun. In Nolan's situation, it's kind of the opposite because he seems like he's more on the suburban side, but you got to be on your P's and Q's even around the people that you might think are your friends and that you can trust. Like, and it's you don't want to have these conversations because you're like, I don't want my kid to have to live in that world, but that's the world that we live in, where they can kill your son and go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? If the shoe was on the other foot, would that white kid have gotten the sentence that Carmelo got? You know what I'm saying? Or would the search, will we not have answers if it was 4 black kids and 1 white kid didn't come back? You know what I'm saying? Or would they keep them in an interrogation room until some answers come?
Right.
So it's like, we don't get treated the same way, and it kind of sucks that we have to raise our kids like that, but that's the reality of the situation. And me and you both, we have interracial kids. You know what I'm saying? I got a Hispanic black kid. I got a half black, half white kid. You know what I'm saying? You Hispanic and black. It's like it adds another dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, hey, you might not look like that, but they're gonna treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you might think because all your friends are just like,
that's the conversation I try and have with Aaron. He ain't trying to hear it. He don't. Oh no, that's not. Listen, life is gonna have to teach you because you ain't listening to Dad.
You trying to show him civil rights footage? He like that's the whole day.
Like my friends would never.
Does he have friends of different races?
Yeah, I mean, so he goes to a school. I mean, there's some diversity, but there's far more white kids than there are, minorities, and so most of his friends are white. And so, and they're all, he's only in 3rd grade. Well, he's going into the 4th, but so most of the kids are still pretty innocent. And so they're not, and they're not as harsh and all of these things. So he hasn't really experienced like people being mean yet.
Got you.
But I'm like, it's coming. Wait till you get to the 5th, 6th, because now he's starting to he's turning 9.
Okay.
So now he's starting to have BO. So you stink, bro.
Yeah.
Like you stink. You got to use deodorant. Now, like, and I'm like, people are gonna start to tease you. Like, no, they're not. They don't do things like that. All right, man.
you can only warn what you can yawn. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's.
I see him looking at girls like they ain't gonna like stink. They ain't gonna like you if you stinking. Like, no.
No, and as we're joking about it, but yeah, in these same scenarios, kids might get advice and not want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But before we get out of here, Spec, I got one more story I want to talk to you about. This one is a lot of layers to it, but basically, Trump has a teleprompter operator. His name is Gabriel Perez, and he's now under investigation by the CFTC, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, over allegations that he used advanced knowledge of Trump's speeches to profit off of the prediction market platform Kalshi. Authorities have not announced any criminal charges, and the matter remains an active investigation. Basically, Kalshi offers mention markets where you can wager on what a politician will say. I don't know if you fucked with Kalshi or Polymarket yet. We'll get into it, but it's wild, the stuff that you can predict or really you're betting, whatever we want to call it. Examples include questions like, will Trump say inflation? Will he mention China? Will he say fake news? Investigators believe Perez allegedly placed bets after having advanced knowledge of the advanced access to the prepared remarks, giving him an advantage over the general public. Kalshi's surveillance system reportedly flagged the unusual activity before the profits, estimated at more than $90,000 could be withdrawn. Now, what I think everyone should know out there, whether you're using Kalshi, Polymarket, FanDuel, DraftKings, you win in rig money, it automatically raises a flag, whether you want it honestly or illegal. And we've seen that with the NBA, with the investigations that they've done so far with people that are gambling. If you're bringing in a certain amount of money, they're just going to look at you, because what Kalshi and Polymarket do, I think, because they have your social, they do investigations into what you do for a living. Right. Especially if, like, you know what I mean? And this isn't the first time I heard about this. I heard you could have predicted a reality show that Mr. Beast was doing, and one of the executive producers or a producer on the show, excuse me, was gambling, was profiting on the prediction markets. It is considered inside information, but what I think is because we used to think about that as just businesses or right, stocks. Now it's like, oh, am I an insider because somebody gave me a little tip? Yep. and I think people don't know where to that line. Yeah, and I think some people do know they're doing wrong, but they also think they're not going to get caught. Have you dabbled with Polymarket?
No, I'm aware of them, but yeah. I haven't used any of those stuff.
I went down the rabbit hole. I definitely got bad at a point with but I was like, yo, this is bad. Because one, at least if you're on FanDuel, they, I think, legally have an obligation to be like, yo, this is how you've been on this site for a long time, or you've been here for, like, they'll tell you how long you've been on it. They'll give you stats, and they have to constantly give you resources to if you feel like you have a gambling addiction. Kalshi and Polymarket do not. I can be on that bitch for 24 hours. I won't see anything about it. You've been on this kind of long, or any warnings like that. They also don't have to pay taxes in terms of like that a normal gambling site would. Because they're not considered a gambling site. Oh, wow. That's interesting. So that's though they kind of actually found a way to circumvent the market. And do believe that
won't last too long.
Depends who stays in power, because a lot of some of these politicians are actually involved in it. You know what I'm saying? And I think Donald Trump's son actually might make money off of Polymarket, maybe on one of the boards. But a lot of people, like former politicians, are people that were in charge of making the laws. Kalshi and Polymarket hired them. So now they're on their boards, so they know how to circumvent the laws because they were the ones who made it and put it in place. Remember when it was like, oh, I can't wait till gambling comes to New York. Kalshi's available, just boom off the top, available everywhere. No, because they found the fucking loophole. Cool. But I knew it was bad when I was predicting what the Bitcoin price was going to be 15 minutes from now. I'm like, there's no. Yeah, you're betting on coin flips. Like, you might as well be in what's that shit in Squid Game where he was playing the game with the dude that's like, you have a gambling addiction, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like I was trying to fool myself. I was like, nah, there's a strategy to this. and and the reason you know there's no strategy to it because you type it into like YouTube and there's not 500 videos about how to do it because there's no how to do it. It's luck. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's there's people out there who you get a rush. It feels like a video game. You win money that you can.
It's gambling.
Yeah, you can, and it feels a little different because it's like you're kind of following the wisdom of the crowd in terms of like, oh well, this more people think this result's going to happen than that result, so I can rock with that. And if it starts to not go my way, I can actually sell out of my position for a slight loss as opposed to losing everything. Which I think, you know, if you're betting large amounts of money, that could come in handy. But you're gambling, and it becomes more of a problem when now there are people with inside information gambling as well against you, and that's a bad place to be. But you can bet on anything from elections, economic reports, weather events, obviously sports, specific words politicians are going to say. It's messy.
It can really open up the door, or it has opened up the door to a lot of I'll just say black market behavior, because if you think about all the topics that one can gamble on, there's so many insiders.
That's true.
Like
Drake has a lyric,
Shorty keep asking me
the
for the
date
date so she can finesse
Polymarket for bread. And which I believe is but you know what I mean, I don't think she's the only one.
Like the question is probably when is Drake gonna drop the album, right? And
no, but it's ridiculous the amount of things. And I think there are people out there who are suffering from it. Like even me, I was like, have you been watching the World Cup?
Just a little bit.
I've been watching a lot because I've been predicting on it. You know what I'm saying? And it got me more into it than I normally would have been. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm gonna chill till football season comes back around because I'm just like, it's just I'm like WNBA. It's like I don't know how to explain it. You could just, and I got into it during basketball playoffs. So I've been going on like a high since the end of that kind of with sports, and I'm like, no, I need to chill, need to football, and I've been winning. It's not like I'm at a loss, but I'm just like, you know, when you got an addiction or when something doesn't feel, because sometimes I'll win, and then I'll be like, let me place another one, and then just get that money right back. Right. It's like, you know what I'm saying, and Look, this is my strategy. I heard somebody say this. I think for anything, if you're going to get into it like that, and this is not gambling advice, so don't think it is. So, for instance, when the football season starts, I'm just going to have a set amount and put in the account. I'm not going to put anything. I'm not allowed to put anything more in. If I lose it at a certain point, then I'm done for the season. But if I end the season with money in there, then I just take out what hopefully I end at a profit. If not, it was fun. It gave me something to do for the season, maybe more interesting games. But that way, you can't lose the house.
Now the key is
not to put more money in.
Yeah, once you that's the tough piece right there.
Yeah. But that's the only way I know. I have, and I don't just do that for gambling. I do that with a lot of things. Like if I'm gonna save up for something, I don't let that money tie in with the bill paying money. And so, because I have to, I'm a visual person. Like I have to put it into blocks or into different compartments. Because for me, I'm just gonna be like, nah, let's take a little from here and a little. Nah. Then you betting your rent money. Right. You know what I'm saying? I heard someone say that once, and I'm like, that's how I'm gonna approach it. It's the same way if you took me to a casino. It's like I would try not to take my ATM card with me because I'm like, we got this in cash is what we're gonna stick to. You know what I mean? I don't like losing money. So if I'm losing money to the point where I feel like I need to go get more, I don't think I'm gonna. I hate losing money. So it's like I don't think I'm gonna reach that point to go. And I also know, especially a casino is built for you to lose money.
Yeah.
But like you said, some people don't have that muscle, and they're gonna do it. And I think we're gonna see a lot more of these stories. We're seeing it now with the NBA stuff going on.
We're gonna see a shitload of these stories, and that's why, like, you know, I think eventually, regardless of who's in power, there will be some regulation because it's too big of a loophole. So this is just so new. It's gonna take a lot of people getting in trouble before the people who can change it will say, "Oh yeah, this is a problem." Like one of their children gonna have something bad. That's how
No, you're 100% right. Because right now, I think people are making money off of it that the people who can make noise about it aren't. But also, right, is and I guess the teleprompter guy would say, how is what I'm doing different than Nancy Pelosi? You know what I'm saying? She made her husband, right, or gave her husband information based off of laws that she might have knew were coming down the pipeline or not, or they just have the best luck, better than every hedge fund out there. You know what I'm saying? That where he's, you know what I mean, he's gonna look at it. And I think when we start open corruption of politicians right in front of our face, not only going to have this hate for billionaires, this hate for politicians, this hate for trust, this hate for anybody that's, you know, doing well, is they're going to be like, well, why wouldn't I do something if I had the opportunity? Why wouldn't I? Yeah, somebody told me Drake's album's dropping on the 25th. Like, throw some money down on it. But the difference, they'll come get you. They ain't coming for Nancy Pelosi. She know who to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I expect before we get out of here, we got to take to one of my favorite segments, and that is things I've seen on the internet. Damn near forgot the name of the joint. Things I've seen on the internet. I got a video to show you. There was a video I seen the other day. I thought it was kind of funny.
And I feel like last night was the most craziest thing I ever seen. Last night. So look, right, boom, we at the club and stuff like that. Okay, cool. She said, you want to come back to my house? I said, sure. So I go back to her crib, boom. I'm thinking I'm about to get some yams. I'm thinking I'm about to get some yams. So I had to use the restroom. I go back upstairs. This bitch getting her ass ate by her dog. By her dog.
Man, come on, man.
By her dog. I'm over here like, yo. What is she doing?
Sonny, goddammit. Bitch, they like to fuck everything.
Yeah, listen. This she gonna ask me to join. So you know what I did? I ain't gonna lie. I joined.
Like the nerve of you.
Oh man, he took Soul with that one. Yo, when he first rolled up on him, well, I'll play it again. When he first, I thought it was like the audio was different than what was happening in the video.
And I feel like last night was the most craziest thing I ever seen. Last night. So look, right, boom, we at the club and stuff like that. Okay, cool. She said, you want to come back to my house? I said, sure. So I go back to her crib, boom. I'm thinking I'm about to get some yams. I'm thinking I'm about to get some yams. So I had to use the restroom. I go back upstairs. This bitch getting her ass ate by her dog.
Yo, all you need is a saxophone nowadays in the video.
By her dog.
Man, come on, man.
By her dog. I'm over here like, yo. What is she doing?
Sonny, goddammit. Bitch, they like to fuck everything.
Yeah, listen. She gonna ask me to join. So you know what I did? I ain't gonna lie. I joined.
The reactions, yo. He all up the check for the reactions, bro. He ruined his day with that. He ruined his day with that shit.
Hilarious.
Yo, all niggas need a sound effects nowadays to make a good video, bro. But that's another episode in the book Specs. We up out of here, man. Where can my people find you at, dog?
Nowhere.
Find you got DJ Playboy on X at DJ Playboy. Find me on Instagram at Plickapeezy, PLICCAPEEZY. And of course, follow the whole massive at Perfect Talk Radio right there on Instagram as well. Check out our YouTube. Make sure you like, support, make sure you comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, all that. You know, you might see comments on a future episode because we like to do that from time to time. And go check out our website, perfecttalkpodcast.com, for everything Perfect Talk Podcast, everything DJ Playboy. Of course, we got the merch on there too. You get yourself a nice little mug. You know what I mean? We're not rocking it today, but we got the t-shirts on there as well. You know what I mean? So go check that out, perfecttalkpodcast.com.
Make sure you hop in them comments, people. Let us know what you think.
You know what I
Might
mean?
get highlighted on the episode.
You know what I mean? You know how we do. We'll never let you down on that promise, man. But we up out of here, Spec. Catch y'all on the next one. Enjoy the World Cup. Yo, you said you wasn't really checking out the World Cup. A little something, though?
Listen, I'll check out tonight.
It was a Spain versus Argentina, right?
Yeah.
I feel like other than Messi, he plays for Argentina, right? Yeah. Everything's been negative about Argentina. I don't know if you've seen the shit where like you know the guy I Show Speed, the streamer. They was yelling racist shit at him at the game.
I heard about that. I didn't see it.
And then other people, I think, because they were in Atlanta for one of the big games. Other people was like, "Yo, they racist as fuck." And then
why were they like what under what for what?
He was wearing because he's anti-Messi. Well, that's the one thing. He's
Okay.
super Ronaldo other than Messi, and I think he was rooting for the other team to beat
Okay.
them. But but it's because they're racist. Because people did their research, and Argentina, like, that's the sad part, is more people have looked at Argentina now as for being a racist country. And not just them. There was another country where somebody said some crazy shit about Mbappe, and just like how he was raised by monkeys and some crazy shit. But Argentina is historically racist because they don't like darker skin, which a lot of people in the Southern America have this colorism going on, but they have it bad where they actively got rid of all the darker people. They were incentivizing people from Europe to come because they like the European look, and they were actually putting darker skinned people on the front lines. I mean, go do your research. I don't want to bastardize the history of it, but there was definitely an effort in that country to not have darker skinned people, and they were showing it towards Ishow Speed, which is sad that type of stuff comes with it. But other than that, I think the World Cup's been pretty fun to watch. You know what I mean? It's like watching these different countries. People have pride, watching the different cultures. You seen that the Norway team? I think they traveled and they brought none of their food. It was like, we're not fucking with American food.
Yeah, I did see that.
Which I respect, because I'm actually reading listening to an audiobook now. It's called How Not to Die. The dude Rashad from Earn Your Leisure. I heard him talk about it one day. He was suggesting it as a book, and it's pretty much a book. And I'm only like at the tip of the iceberg into it, but pretty much I think from what he's trying to say is that a lot of these diseases that people die from nowadays can be avoided by your diet. And but it's a little anti-meat and pro plant based, which I think for me a couple years ago, I'd have been like, that was impossible for me to do. Now I think I'm a little more open to it. I'm not even trying to go fully meatless, like, because but I can see it seems more of a possibility if it was something I had to do. Like this past, I grew up Catholic and I celebrate Lent, where you like give up something for 40 days, and I gave up chicken and like red meat and pork. I don't eat pork anyway, but
you gave up chicken too.
Yeah, chicken, red meat, like cow or whatever, and pork. Because during Lent you can't eat any of that on Friday other than fish anyway. So I was like, I'm gonna just do it for the whole month, and it wasn't.
So what was you eating?
Fish mostly.
Every day?
Just we'd have like a meal with no protein, so like cheese ravioli, type shit. Which to me, that would have been like a cardinal sin. I'm like, you can't eat without. I literally remember having a conversation with my girl, like, we gotta have a protein. I was getting mad at her, like, if she ever tried to make a meal without like a protein. And now I'm like, I could see myself, and I don't want to anti or even bastardize some of the information, but a lot of diseases, he thinks, especially though, like the cholesterols, the high blood pressure, it comes from the diet. But then there's other stuff, like there's so much salmonella with the chicken, and in America we don't regulate shit like that. Whereas overseas, they were like, you can't sell chicken that has salmonella. Right. Over here, we like, nah, people ain't gonna. I think they said the excuse was people won't pay the high prices for salmonella-less chicken, meaning that we have to charge a premium to have to get this. And I'm like, yeah. I think a lot, and I don't know why it affected U.S. other than the rest of the world, but I think the Great Depression has a big deal over why we eat the way we eat, because you have to eat cheaper, right? Like, people had to survive, so you didn't care about nutrition, you cared about survival. And then
also, we're a country of greed.
But that's what followed. That the industrialism after that. There's no regulation of people coming, and then on top of that is a lot of corruption. So same way we was talking about the poly market and the cow sheet and the corruption that can come with that. People have been lobbying for the pork industry for years, just to be like, yo, don't put it in this book that it's a carcinogen. You know what I mean? Don't tell people that, because we're paying you money and we need to sell bacon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that lobby is way more powerful than the salad lobby or the people that think that, hey, you should be eating plant-based food. Yeah. So I'm like, and I found myself at 40-something years old, like, I can't eat a meal without meat in it, and actually it's not even that hard to do. But yeah, go check that out. But yeah, no, I thought I was interested about Norway and everything. But yeah, we're gonna watch the World Cup final today, man. Go see. I'm moving to Spain.
Yeah, I was in Jersey 2 weeks ago, and during the World Cup. Okay. And the crazy thing is, like, I guess you got to shout out the local officials. Like, traffic wasn't even that wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For it being a World Cup Saturday.
Were you at the game?
I didn't go to the game.
But you were around.
I was right in that area
Because it was the Meadowlands or whatever, MetLife Stadium. Okay.
I was in Edgewater, which
Got
was
you.
right next to it. So
Gotcha. You seen the crowds, but it wasn't that
crowds, and there was a lot of like watch parties in the area and stuff like that. But traffic wasn't crazy, as I would have expected it to be.
They should do it in America every 4 years or whatever. I think if you want Americans to be into it, I feel like this year it felt like you couldn't miss it, you couldn't avoid it. And I think it was great for business. But I'm rooting for Spain because of what I've learned about Argentina. But it'd be dope to see Messi, you know what I'm saying, an older dude, getting the chip or whatever. But yeah, we up out of here, y'all. Peace. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.